for trading it all.
So welcome back. And of course, if it is Tuesday or my show, it must be Solar Sandy. I'm so excited about having you on. You are so passionate about what you do. Obviously, we're talking about solar, but we're talking about no-cost solar to people. We want everyone to understand that. And you say every time you come on, people don't understand that, Carol. Go ahead.
They absolutely don't. Carol, hi. Thanks for having me on again. And APS people, this is really important that you listen. Your bills are going up this summer. We already have our power on, but the same power that we're using last summer and right now is going up, and it's going up dramatically. And the only way to lower your power bill is you keep your house hot, 95 degrees, 85 to 90 degrees, or I have a solution for that. It's no-cost solar. They're not buying the panels. They're not paying for the installation, the maintenance, or the monitoring. They're just getting the power the panels produce at a lower price than APS is currently charging them, Carol. And July 1st, well, they've started with this new, introducing this new billing strategy. APS has got a mission as well, and that's not let people know how high their bills are going to be. And when their bills go high, they're going to have everybody signed up off of the equal pay. They've done away with the equal pay. They've gotten letters out as of March that the equal pay that everybody could pay 12 months the same, that's changed, and now they're signing up everybody on auto pay. So when this rate increase takes effect July 1st and your bills are now being paid automatically, you're not going to see how high these bills are. You're just going to feel it in your bank account. And then what they've done is they've approved an 8% increase plus demand fees. And what this demand fee is, Carol, most people don't even understand what this is. It's another fee, tax, and surcharge on that left-hand side of the bill that 3 other of the utility companies in Arizona have already implemented, and their APS is getting ready to do this. And what it is during the hottest time of the day, during the hottest months of the year, they're going to have an algorithm that looks at your bill and your usage, and they're going to figure out over an hour period, 30 minutes, or 15-minute interval.
What's an algorithm? What is that?
It's an algorithm. It's a computer program that they've created that they can look and they can pinpoint very quickly, very easily, the time of day and the day that you're using the most amount of power, and they're going to attach a fee to that. It's another surcharge, Carol. So addition to all those fees, tax, and surcharges that we're already paying on our APS bills, those of us who are not solar, then there's going to be another one. Traditionally, what our normal bills are, the more power we use, the higher our bill is. So in the summertime, our bills go up. But this is an addition over and above your kilowatt usage. They're now adding a demand charge. So when you're using the most power over an hour, 30 minutes, or a 15-minute interval, this algorithm is going to attach a demand fee. And that demand fee can be anywhere from $50 on up. Some people's bills are going to have an additional demand fee of over $100, $150 this summer.
Well, you're on this mission because you really want to help people, and you've helped a lot of our listeners.
Carol.
You've been on the show a lot, but you really are here to talk about this because you want them to get the most amount of money that you could save them on a bill that they're already paying.
Absolutely, Carol. And this is no cost out of their pocket. All I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with them. I'm going to do a kilowatt worksheet. Doesn't matter how little or how much power they're currently using, I can save them money off that same bill. I give the analogy, if you're driving down the street and Fry's has gas for 17 cents and across the street Costco has gas for 12 cents. Well, you're going to go to Costco to save 5 cents off the gallons of gas because those gallons add up, just like kilowatts. That's all I'm doing. Fry's is the retail power. I'm the wholesale power source. There's no hidden fees. There's no taxes. There's no hidden cost, Carol.
There's no gimmick.
There's no gimmick to this. The way that I got into doing this is my daughter's bill went so high 3.5 years ago, and I was on Social Security. I'm a retired nurse, but I had a very bad accident years ago, and I was not able to help her pay her power bill. And so I started looking into this for her. And I found out that there was 2 ways to do it. One, you had another bill. It cost you money. You had to buy the panels. That didn't make any sense to me. This, you weren't buying the panels. You were just getting the power the panels produced at a lower per kilowatt rate.
And I'm seeing it a lot on the news. We have some other things we want to talk about that have been in the news, but I want to get some information out there too. First of all, she's valley-wide. She comes to you. She does a free consultation. Everything she does is free because there is no cost to this. So you're going to have her come in. She's going to see how much usage that you use, and she's going to tell you how much money that she can save you on something that you're already paying. She's also going to give you $200 cash in your pocket that she does as an incentive just to do this. And eventually everybody, I mean literally everybody, is going to be having solar on their roofs here because you can't afford it. You really just can't. And again, you'll see it in the news. I know a lot of people have heard it. You could check her out on her website. It's AskSolarSandy.com. There's a lot of information there. You can subscribe there as well, and you can find out, get more information from her. She'll be able to contact you as well and get back to you. So, but we want everyone to call in here to get connected with her. And the reason for that is because she is on the air right now, and once she's off, she is literally on the road going to everyone that she's been on the air. You really have, and she loves giving the money out because she wants to help you. And again, our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We've said this before. If you've heard Solar Sandy and you haven't called in, call in because she can help you. If you haven't heard Solar Sandy and you're hearing this for a first time, call in because you want to get this. This is money in your pocket that you can use on your expensive bill that you have to pay or something else, or use it for yourself. It's pocket cash in your pocket.
If they qualify.
Okay, that's right. You have to qualify on this, and tell them how you qualify.
If they qualify, most people do, Carol, if they own their house and they have a credit score of 650 or better. It's my way of saying thank you to them. Some people think that that's a gimmick. It's not. It's my way of saying thank you to them. It's, some people, no one doesn't like cash in their pocket, but some people have just called in for the $200. But when I go out to see them and show them the money I'm saving, I'm putting far more than $200 back in their pocket, Carol. I'm cutting their highest bill in half and then some.
And I know firsthand that it's not a gimmick because you've helped a friend of mine, and we'll talk about that later. But here's what I want to ask before we go to a break, something a little different. But because you said that there's been a corruption with APS that was on the news, that it was on the night of the Oscars, as you said, a lot of people. Tell everybody a little bit about that before we go to break.
Carol, there's been a lot said, well, how can APS do this and how come our bills are going up so high? There was an article on the news on that night on Channel 15. APS was buying power from the Hoover Dam, and the employees of this agency were charging their charge cards to the bill that they were charging APS. APS was getting incentivized by the federal government to buy this power. They paid the bill, and they passed those costs on to the APS customer on the left-hand side of the bill, those fees, taxes, and surcharges. They're under investigation right now. That was the first of just many investigative reportings on this particular incident, but there's a lot more of that going on with APS and our power companies than people even want to believe and know about. And when I go out to see people, Carol, I'm there to educate them and to help them understand this is an alternative power source that they don't have to worry about fees, taxes, surcharges, or bad billing practices. They're just going to pay a lower bill on a bill that they're already spending money on.
Call us here, get the $200 solar savings incentive, find out whether you are qualified. Most people are. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Go to AskSolarSandy.com.
But traded it all if I gave it all.
Welcome back. We're talking with Solar Sandy, and if you are with APS, listen up. And if you don't know whether you're with APS and you're buying a house and you want to find out, you better check it out, because I know somebody who was buying a house and they found out that they were on APS, and you helped them. You gave her the money and all that kind of stuff. So I already know
really
everything that you do is on the up and up. So we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered, not entered. You give it to everyone.
I do.
Everyone gets who qualifies this $200 solar savings incentive. You can call in here at 602 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We want to get you connected with her. It's just a conversation. Find out what she can do for you. You can even do it through just the square footage of their home.
Exactly. If they haven't lived in the house 12 months or longer, then I use their square footage. So if you're getting ready to move into a house, believe me, you are going to want solar on your roof, no cost solar on your roof. Your bills are going up 8% plus this new demand fee that they're implementing, Carol. All those fees and taxes and surcharges that are on the left-hand side of the bill that keep getting it keeps getting more and more and more each year. That's how they get around raising our rates as high as they go. They say, doesn't the Public Utility Commission have something to say about it? Unfortunately, it's a monopoly. We have to pay what our bills say that we have to pay. And, most of us, if we're on the auto pay, we don't even, it just goes out of our account. So come the summertime, when your bill increases 8% plus a demand fee of another $100 to $150, your bill just went up another $200 this summer. I mean, how can people afford that? I've had so many people tell me, Carol, that if it wasn't for me coming out to see them and saving them off a bill that they're already spending money on, they wouldn't be able to continue to stay in their house. Older people that have been keeping their house at 85, 90 degrees. Can you imagine them having to keep their house hotter this summer just to keep their bills reasonable to be able to afford it? When it's 120 degrees out, you need to be able to come into your house and be comfortable and not have to worry about a $500 or $600 power bill.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's amazing. I've seen it on the news. I know everybody has. And eventually we are all going to have that. I think it's going to be mandatory at some point.
Well, if
it's no cost anyway to you, so why not get it now? And one of the things that we also want to talk a little bit about is why you are here for a really good reason. You're here for a lot because you want them to get grandfathered in now. Let's go.
Absolutely. If you're not signed up and your reservation is not made by July 1st, you will not be able to get the maximum savings that I can offer you today. They do not want you saving money off a bill that you're already spending money on. Those of you who have been sitting on the fence and not, putting it off, procrastinating about it, those of you who do not go solar are going to be paying, it's $1 billion of increases over the next 20 years. APS is going to impose those on the non-solar customers. So if you want to save money off your bill, do it now. Do not wait till after July, because I can still do it, but I will not be able to offer the maximum savings. You want to be grandfathered in because APS is changing their benefits and their structure, and you're not going to get the maximum savings. You will then be subject to these rate increases. So get it now, get your reservation, get in the queue so that you have it before the summer comes. Because July 1st, if you're not in, you will not be grandfathered in at the current savings, the maximum savings that I can offer today.
You can also check her out at AskSolarSandy.com. You can subscribe there. You can see all of the information. You've got news clips there. You've got videos. You've got pictures of me up there.
I do.
Lots of stuff up there so that people can see. You're all about educating them. That's really what this is all about.
I am.
And so, and you already have helped a lot of people, and she wants to help everyone out there. So give us a call here at the station. Get connected with her. We're going to make sure that you get that $200 solar savings incentive if you qualify, and most people do. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Now, the bills are confusing. These bills are very confusing,
They are.
and they're making it even worse, you said.
They are, Carol. This demand fee is so confusing to people, they don't even understand what it is. When you're using the most amount of power this summer, they're going to be adding a fee based on those kilowatts it's over and above the cost of your power and the fees and the taxes that you're already paying. So people are going to see a demand fee. Well, they won't even know when it's triggered because they're not going to tell you what hour, what 30-minute, or what 15-minute interval it is. It's an algorithm that figures it out. So it could be if you're gone for 28 days out of the month and you're home for 2, you figure that your demand fee would be less than your neighbor's. You could have a higher demand fee than your neighbor who was here the whole entire month month of August, July or August. So APS is going up 8% plus these additional demand fees, and people are going to not even know what hit them come July and August. Your July usage, you get billed for it in August. This is why they sent these letters out in March. The letters went out. There's no longer going to be the equal pay as everyone knew it, which was 12 months of your average usage divided by 12. That was going up for everyone as well. Now they're basing it on your 3 highest months of usage, and you have to be signed up for auto pay. So if you're paying your bill automatically and your bill just increased $150 or $200 this summer and it just went out of your bank account, you're not even seeing those increases. They just signed you up so that you get hit with these increases, these inflated prices, and you didn't even see it coming. Because power, it's essential. We pay our mortgages, we pay our power bill, and then we have to budget for everything else accordingly. So all I'm wanting to do, Carol, is help people save money off a bill that they're already spending money on, lower it and put more of their hard-earned money back in their pocket, or more of their Social Security back in their savings account. The APS, trust me, does not need any more of anybody else's money. They're plenty wealthy enough.
This is no cost solar to you. There's no obligation for her to come out to you and do this. She's valley-wide, and it's a free consultation to find out exactly how much money she can save you on a bill that you're already paying money on.
It doesn't matter how much power, how little power, how much power. Every HOA has to approve this. Nobody can be turned down. This works in the daytime. It works in the nighttime because, yes, APS is still involved, but I get you off of that APS expensive power, and now you're running on the sunshine and the less expensive power, and that's how I'm able to save the money off a bill that they're already spending money on, Carol.
And you're going to love the panels on your roof when you get your bill.
You're going to be
absolutely laughing, and you're going to be laughing all the way to the bank.
Absolutely.
So we want you to call in here to get connected with her. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Call today. We want you to call today because we want you to get grandfathered in. This is what she wants for everybody, because if you don't do it now, you're not going to get as much money and save as much money.
You're not going to get your reservation made. You're not going to get grandfathered in. And they're trying to take this option off the table like they did in some of the other electric companies, where it's very, very difficult for those other areas to have solar today because of the red tape and all the rest of it. APS does not want you saving money. They do not want you having an alternative power source. They want you dependent on theirs, and then you'll continue paying those increases. This increase isn't going to just happen July 1st of this year. This increase happens every year, year after year after year. My daughter's power went up 340% over a period of time. And I said, how could that be? Because there's only one electric company in Hawaii, just like we have 2 electric companies here. APS is a monopoly. They're going to sell you their power, and you're going to keep buying it because when it's 120 degrees out, you're going to pay your bill. You don't want your power disconnected.
It's already hot. We already know that we have them on. You've got a pool that you're running your pool pump. There's a lot of different things that you're running throughout the day, and we all know what it's like when we start having to pay these summer bills. We sweat. We do not want to do that. Exactly. She wants to make your life easier for you and
save you money off a bill that you're already spending money on. And it costs you nothing to do it, Carol. You know, I'm emphatic about this. I'm a retired nurse, and you know, I look at your electrical health as seriously as I look at your medical health, because in this type of heat, we can't live without our power. So when we have to pay these huge summer bills, something else has got to give. Either our budget for our groceries, our medication, or something else has to change in our budgets. Why not put more of that money back in your pocket, because you now have an alternative? It's just like if you were driving down the street and Fry's had gas for 17 cents. That 17 cents is soon going to be close to 20 cents. And across the street, Costco has gas for 12 cents. You wouldn't think a minute you would drive to Costco's to get your gas. Even if it was a couple blocks down the road, you would do that because those gallons of gas add up. That's all I'm doing, is I'm giving them an alternative source of power, and they're paying less for it, and it's not costing them anything to do it.
It's no cost solar, and if you're not like me, you've seen it a lot on the news, and she's out here to help everyone. She's helped a lot of people so far,
have, Carol.
and she's on a mission to help everyone out there. So give us a call here. You're going to get that $200 solar savings incentive. Find out whether you qualify. Most people do. So give us a call here at 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100, and check her out at AskSolarSandy.com.